Hello, this is Christopher Wilkins. I'm music director of the Akron Symphony.
I'm Bobby Wesner. I'm artistic director of Neo's Dance Theater.
And we are excited about our upcoming Mardi Gras themed performance at E.J. Thomas Hall on Friday night, featuring Neo's Dance Theater and the Akron Symphony in a performance of Stravinsky's Petrushka. This is an iconic work, one of the great orchestral works. There's magic in Stravinsky's orchestra and spectacular sounds. And the dance will be a large company made up of your company plus others.
Yes, Neo's Dance Theater is 13 dancers, and then we're using or collaborating with the Dance Institute at the University of Akron with 40 dancers from their school. So the stage is going to be packed.
The story is a show within a show. It's a puppet show that's presented at the Shrovetide Fair in St. Petersburg, Russia, Shrovetide being now, the week leading up to Ash Wednesday, prior to Mardi Gras. And you do kind of a show within a show, and what do we expect in terms of what people are going to see and experience?
Yes, those that are familiar with the ballet in its origin know that it takes place at a fair, and that there's a show that happens that is made up of 3 puppets, Petrushka, the Moor, and the ballerina, and they're brought to life or kind of conjured into being by this wizardly type character. So in our version, we've maintained those 3 characters and who we call the wizard. And they do bring those characters to life, and we do develop this rapport amongst them in this kind of love triangle. Petrushka loving the ballerina loving the Moor, and in our version, really just the Moor loves himself. So with that, this drama unfurls, and it is very much like a Punch and Judy show. It is very much like those old puppet traveling shows that would act these things out back in the day, in the actual Shrovetide times and other fairs or town squares where people would come, and that would be their main source of entertainment. So that is very much true, but what we've done is kind of bring this humanity into who these puppets are, especially Petrushka, really allowing him to explore those raw types of emotions that any human would. And we've kind of built this irony that almost everyone on stage is a little less human than the puppet himself. So that's what I've been leaning into and working with developing this character on. And the result has been just amazing. The true love story is how Stravinsky music has just impacted, I think, myself as an artist and the artist in the studio. What we've experienced over the last 6 weeks, and even before, we did some workshops back in the fall, has just been outstanding. I wasn't very familiar with the score, really wasn't very familiar with the ballet before we talked almost 2 years ago. So this experience has been really eye-opening and a wonderful challenge for us.
It's a history-changing piece of music. It's extraordinarily colorful. It's a very large orchestra. The score is filled with Russian folk tunes, which is interesting because it was a first step into modernism, and so he was able to draw upon the old tradition in a new way, and it's what made it so influential. There are lots of solos, lots of challenging rhythms, which the dancers have had to learn, memorize, figure out how to embody. And the first half of the program includes a gorgeous film score created for Fellini's La Strada, a great Italian filmmaker, by Nino Rota. And it's music that also evokes street performers and the idea of a carnival, because that's very much what the story is about. And we open with the Roman Carnival Overture of Berlioz, a great orchestral romp.
I got a sneak peek last night. We were in the audience of their first rehearsal, and at the very end you played through some of those additional works, and the audience is going to be blown away. Yeah. The music is phenomenal, all night long.
The orchestra's thrilled to play it. It's really a privilege and a deep pleasure to be able to collaborate with Neos once again, as we did last year, so happily. Friday night, E.J. Thomas Hall, 8 p.m. Bobby and I will do a pre-concert talk at 7. See you there.